Hello there, my name is Claire. Welcome back to my channel, and I hope you're all having a Merry Christmas if you're celebrating. This is a base game Christmas home I designed with a little help from AI. I was having a little bit of a builder's block situation and needed just a little bit of like a directional path to take this video. So I am going to be decorating this home for Christmas using the base game and using the holiday free expansion pack. It's free, so I figured that this is like the best Christmas present to give all of you. And I hope you enjoy watching this video. If you want to see more Christmas videos and builds that I have done, you can check out a playlist I created on my channel where it has all of my Christmas builds. But first, we're going to be starting off this build in the first bedroom of the home. This is a 2 bedroom, 2 bathroom home, and it has room for 3 Sims. So this front bedroom was originally going to be an office, but I decided to have it be a bedroom just so you have more Sims sleep in here. And then I have a space upstairs that is a office like room. So I kind of wanted to keep this color scheme minimal with obviously red and green, and then with colors like black, gray, and white. So I kind of have this color scheme going throughout the home. We're just going to be adding a Christmas tree into this room because it is in the front of the home. And I was kind of imagining that this child would be a little bit spoiled, and so it kind of made sense to have a Christmas tree in this room. And we're just going to be using these lights from the free holiday uh, pack. I was going to call it expansion pack, but it's just a free pack. You don't have to spend any money for this item, and we're just going to be adding some snowflakes, imagining that this child was young enough where it's like they want to have like a white Christmas, but they know that they can't because they live in a desert biome. And so we're just going to be adding a dresser, and going to be adding a mirror. I was mentioning red would be this child's favorite color all year round, and so underneath the bed I am making a little workspace, a desk area for them to do their homework. But let's be honest, we're probably going to be doing their homework on the lounge chair on the second level of where the balcony is. Let's just be honest. And I wanted to like kind of match a Christmas tree with the yellow curtains, but then I was looking at it close enough and I'm like, you know what? This looks like it's like ketchup and mustard. So I made the curtains green to have it not look like ketchup and mustard. And we're just going to be adding a little art table. I was going to make this room for a teenager because I haven't made a room for a teenager this Christmas year or this Christmas season, but I decided to go for a child just so I could have a little bit more of a variety of Christmas, or not Christmas, but just items in general. So we're just going to be finishing up this room with a rug to kind of make a little bit of like a sleeping zone and just kind of like help break up the gray on the floor. So we're just going to be going through a couple of options, and I end up going with this one from the base game because I had no other options. This is a free build that I designed, so this house will cost you 0 real life monies. It will cost your Sims a good amount of money. If you're curious what that number is, I'm sorry I don't have it off the top of my head, but you can go look in the description of this video to get all of the information on this home. And while you're down there, if you haven't yet, make sure to hit that like button. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and haven't subscribed yet, that would be greatly appreciated. And thank you so much to those who have hit the subscribe button. It means so much to me to have my little YouTube channel here grow. We're at 153 subscribers at the time of me doing this voiceover, and I just can't thank you enough for uh, just supporting me, watching my videos, downloading my videos, helping this little channel grow by engaging with it. So we are just going to be working on the primary bedroom right now. We're kind of like halfway done with the main part. Now we're working on a little closet area. I wanted to like have somewhat of a walk-in closet at the beginning, but then I realized let's just have it open. The curtains are kind of in the way, so let's just move the curtains out of the way, and then we can fully access the drawers and the cupboards of this closet area. I wanted it to be kind of open concept to keep that modernism in the home and in the room. So I'm just going to be adding a rug, kind of just put a little staple in the bedroom to like ground the space. So we're just going to be now working on art in this room, trying to find wall pieces for the bedroom. And I feel like we need more modern art in the base game. I know we have a few items, but I was like not wasn't really going for what I was going for in this home, if that makes sense. So now we are in the kitchen, and I used to have a series, well, I tried to have a series on my channel where I did a black, white, and fill in the color home, and I realized I was kind of doing that in this home. It's kind of like Christmas edition, and I know that the countertops are technically brown, but I kind of felt fun to like do this challenge again of like only using black, white, and red and green for this build. I've done videos where it's like black, white, and pink, black, white, and purple, and I don't remember if there's any other ones, if I kind of like gave up at that point or if I am just can't remember any other builds I did. But if you want me to start that series again, I would be interested in doing it, in doing that build challenge. So I'm just going to be kind of finding a good floor plan of the kitchen items in this kind of small nook of the kitchen. So we're just going to be adding the matching upper cabinets for the lowers and going to be adding a security system because that is a thing now that your Sims can get burglary into. I don't know, you can get your Sims can get robbed. So we're just going to be adding a few little art pieces into this kitchen and going to be adding some aprons on the opposite wall. That door does lead into the back patio, which I thought was kind of fun, and that kind of helped staple this area as the main living space. And I do put bows on every single door in this home. If you saw my last week's video, you saw that I put wreaths on every single door, and I wanted to do that again, and I wanted to do bows this time just to mix it up and to have something different. It has that same like concept, but it's not that same idea exactly. So we're just going to be adding a television. I kind of realized like, oh, I didn't really put a good spot for a television. I wanted there to be a lot of windows, but it's not really like a good spot for a television. So I put it right behind the stairs, and I feel like this worked out pretty well to have the television where it is placed. And I did want to have the Christmas tree next to the window or in front of the window. but I realized that like it might not like have enough space to like walk around, so it ends up going in the corner next to this little coffee table. And I do put presents by the Christmas tree, which I thought was a little fun detail to add. And we're going to be adding some Christmas pillows onto the couch. I feel like that's a good, easy way to Christmasify the living room, is just to add some colorful couches onto, or some colorful pillows onto the couches. Sorry, I'm a little bit tongue-tied right now, but I'm also on a little bit of a time crunch right now, so I can't really have much time to redo this video because I'm going to my grandparents for Christmas and I leave in a few days and I need to like finish editing this video. I need to upload it to the Sims 4 gallery and I need to kind of start on next week's video, which I'm thinking might be a zodiac build. If you're new to my channel, I started a series where I have a build based off of the zodiac sign that is around that time or during that time of the zodiac calendar. So we are just going to be now working on the exterior and going to be adding a few decorations onto the little coffee table. I don't know if that's technically a coffee table, but before we go and do anything else, I was like, I should probably do the bathroom before I forget. So there's one bathroom on this main level, and then there is one on the second floor of the home, and we're just going to be adding some items. It's all very similar items. I feel like my bathrooms all pretty much look the same. I love doing the 2x3 layout, and I just kind of kept it simple for this bathroom, and it's pretty similar to the one on the second level of the home. So we're just going to be adding some artwork and going to be adding some decorations onto the counter because I was like, oh wait, this looks like it's a model home. I should probably make it look like a home that people actually live in. So we're just going to be now working on the exterior with the patio space back here. I wanted to have like a grill area and a picnic table area out here since it is right off of the kitchen. So we're just going to add monkey bars for the child. I've have added like planter boxes into the previous builds I've done this month, and so I just kind of felt like I should add planter boxes for this build as well. And I do make this area underneath the monkey bars to have like fake grass, like the grass tiles that counts as like floor tiles in the game, and I wanted that to look kind of like AstroTurf, or I think that's the word, it's like the fake grass item. So we are just going to be adding a few string lights, and here's that like grass tile. Fortunately, I can't like paint over it, so I can't like make any like marks on the ground. Maybe that monkey bars is a Christmas present, and that's why there's no like little dirt marks on the ground because the child hasn't opened it for their Christmas present yet. So we were just going to be heading on upstairs, and while we're heading upstairs, we're going to be adding some of these art pieces that look Christmassy, and I'm going to be working on the kind of like home office slash scale building area up here. And we're just going to be starting off this area with a desk, and it would probably be fun to like have it like kind of overlooking the downstairs living room, but I felt like it needed a little bit more like privacy. So I moved it over here with the art easel. So we're just going to be adding a computer, and I do come back to add some items onto the desk. I just kind of was like figuring out the floor plan still, and then I kind of forgot to come back and add those little like desk details of like a book stack or the little like pencil holder item. So we're just going to be we're adding a rug and going to be adding a guitar. Again, I was making this area kind of a skill building area, so we're just going to be adding a science lab table for the child and going to be adding some art now. This area was very simple to do, so we're just going to be adding a little seating area for whatever reason. I just needed to fill in the space, and it's kind of nice to just have like a nice private seating area up here, kind of like a lounge area. So I'm just going to be adding some books, a lamp, very simple, and I wanted to add a second bathroom up here for convenience, and maybe your Sims are all needing to like go out at the same time, but there's only one bathroom, so one of them has to come up here to get ready. So we're just going to be adding all of the usual bathroom things in this space and going to be heading out to the balcony soon, and we're just going to be adding a few final details into this space. Again, the art in this home was a little bit tricky because I wanted to go for modern, but the modern pieces were not exactly what I was going for. I was going for like more artistic modern, and the things were not what I was going for. And like it was like kind of like also like the colors, since this home is very black and white. I didn't really want to have a whole bunch of like colorful art in the home. So first thing we add to this balcony is a hot tub, and it's probably be fun to add a hot tub. I know when this hot tub first came into the game, people were a little bit like, a hot tub? Really? This is like an anniversary present and you're giving us a hot tub? Most of us bought the perfect patio pack because of a hot tub, but since this is a base game build, I decided to use a hot tub in this home, and we're just gonna be adding a little bit lounge area, and I do switch out the chairs for not as like cushy chairs, but like kind of like the more hard plasticky looking chairs. And adding this little lounge area was an idea I did get from the AI generated image. So we're just going to be adding a few more planter boxes up here, since this is a desert environment. It's sunny all year round, and so I figured having a lot of planter boxes was just kind of a fun idea to have throughout this space. So we are getting close to the end of the video. We're just going to be finishing up the home by adding some garland around the balcony. I thought this was a fun little detail. So if you enjoyed watching, make sure to do all of the regular YouTube things. If you are in need of a calendar for 2026 and you want to support a small creator on Etsy, I have a calendar shop called Claire Rose Printables. I have a strawberry themed calendar for 2026 and a Taylor Swift themed calendar for 2026. So it would mean a lot if you would go check me out over on Etsy if you are in need of a calendar. Don't want to force anybody to buy from me. I don't make any money from YouTube right now, and maybe I'll never make money from YouTube, so it would mean a lot if you could go check me out over there. But we are going to be heading into the screenshot, so I hope to see you all next week for my last video of 2025. Bye! Hope you all have a safe and happy holidays.